Hello everyone, Dr. Mendenall here. And as we skip much of chapter 3, because it's a review of numbers 11 through 20, I'm going to start this next lesson on page 217 of chapter 3, and it's lesson 7. And this is problem solving. Problem solving for me is the most important part to teach because this is where critical thinking gets involved with the things that are in our environment. So I have here many black gumballs. You have on your picture beautifully colored gumballs. And we're supposed to figure out how many gumballs are there. And then we're supposed to show how that would look with X's right below that. I'm going to put mine to the right, but you're going to put yours right below. So let's look at these oddly shaped black gumballs that I have on my screen. So how could we figure out how many gumballs are there? We could count each one. We could start at the top. We could start at the bottom. We could start over here. We could count each column, right? Okay, or we can count each row. So the first thing I see here are rows of 5, and I like 5 because I know that 2 5s equal 10. 5 plus 5 is 10, right? So I like the idea of being able to count it by 5. But you might see a pattern of 3, right? Because there's 3 in one column. So you might decide there's 3 here, plus 3 more, plus 3 more, plus 3 more, plus 3 more, right? Where I'm seeing 5 plus 5 plus 5. Because anytime I can do 0, 5, 10, it's just easier in my brain. I also like to count by twos because even numbers are easy for me too. Like 2, 4, 6, 8, because I have it memorized. And I can see that there's one left out, and that's this one up here. I have to make sure I include that one, right? So you might have started down here and done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we need the next one was after 15, 16. So we know that there are 16 there. So let me write that down. We know there are 16 gumballs, right? We agree on that. I was seeing that there's 5 in this row and 5 in this row. And I know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. You're going to have to forgive my funky looking 5. And then I have 5 more here. So that's 5, 10, 15, because I can count by 5s. I know we have in class a little bit too. And then 15 plus this 1 gets me to 16. So that's how I saw it. Both of those answers are correct, right? Well, our job now is they want us to show X's to represent all of our gumballs. So let me get my X's out here. Okay. It says to show X's, remember yours is below here. Let me put mine below here. For each one. So I have a row of 5. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 5. And then I have 5 more. And I like my rows of 5, so I'm just going to keep them that way. And I need 1 more. I could have put it there on top. Now, how else might you write this down? I mean, is this the only right answer? Or can we do it another way? Let's try another way. It's one of the fun things about math, right? We can view it in different ways. All right, I need my X back because it said in the directions to use an X. So some of you might go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Or you might do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it matches this pattern, right? But do we have to do it in a pattern like that? Nope. We could just do them in a row. And I know some of you would do it like this, which is perfectly fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and let's say if we ran out of room, 14, 15, 16. And you would just show them in a row on your paper. That's just fine. We do need to remember that we have to write a what. Up here we have to trace the 16. It's over here on the side. And down here we need to write it again. Because the more we write it, the neater it looks, the better it looks, and the better it, yes, sticks in your brain. Because you have to what? See it, say it, and hear it, and write it in order to know it. Okay. So if you look on page 218, you now have fish. And you're supposed to do the same activity with fish. Count the fish, use cubes or some other objects to show that number. And in that bottom box, you're supposed to put an X, one for each fish. Then on the giraffe page on 219, you're doing it with giraffes. It says how many spots. So how many spots on the giraffe? You're going to count those. Okay. And if you look on page 220, it says how many bees, right? So how many bees? So you have to count your bees here. You need to get some objects, right, to represent that. I like to use paper clips. And down here, you're going to put your X's down here, and you have to write your number. The last 2 pages of problem solving, if you want to keep going, you could do it now, are the homework pages where you're counting how many balls are there, and then you're counting how many magnets are there. Okay, that is it for the problem solving section. And thanks for listening. See you next time.